12. Daniel 1 and 12. The word post is H2235, Zeroa, or Zyroa, or Zariah. It says vegetables.
Vegetables. Keep another, somewhere I read, I think it's there. It said leaf of green.
It says vegetables, herbs. Opposed to flesh and more delicate food.
See? Opposed. That's the opposite of what you eat. Okay? If you instead of, and that's particularly what the experiment was about. Not eating meat. This ain't saying that you go be a vegan or a vegetarian. That's not what it said. But for better health, you may have to turn that way.
It can.
Don't do it with the GMO shit. Try to do it naturally.
Because the thing too, the rest of it, you're supposed to be pooping every day. And
Eat every day?
Yeah, you're supposed to be using the bathroom like every day, man. And multiple times, like you should be pooping like twice a day, you know. So if you haven't, go try, you know, to eat vegetables, you know, herbs and fruits for a week, and you're gonna see how much more energy you have.
Yep.
You're gonna see that your sleep schedule is better.
Make you a green smoothie.
Oh yeah,
Make
cut
you
to
a
the chase.
smoothie.
Yep.
Throw some kale up in there, some spinach up in there, some spirulina up in there,
cilantro. You can throw you an apple to sweeten it.
Then you want some sweetener.
Yep.
Throw some natural sweetener: banana, apple,
Honey,
fruits, apricot,
honey.
Agave.
Yep.
Throw oats in there to help, you know, to make you feel a little more full. You know, there's ways to do this.
Yeah, man.
And you know, and for some people, if you just want to make the change to get your body going on a better level, start with that. If you I don't mean you got to eat like that forever,
Yeah,
but eat till you in a better position health-wise. Once your health is there, then you can start back incorporating certain you detox it right now. Now you can start back adding in a little bit of meat and trying to keep that post diet going.
You're gonna.
and if you eat meat, you're not wrong if you eat meat.
Right.
If you just like vegetables and you really don't mess with meat, there's nothing wrong with that either.
Yeah.
As long as you have a balance though.
Yeah.
You know, like you might not even be it, you might not eat meat, but there's certain high holy days where you have to eat. You have to eat like the Passover. You have to eat at the Passover, so that's when you're required to eat. You know, and if somebody can pull Romans the 14th chapter, brothers just putting in perspective of dealing with your health.
Right, because of what we've been accustomed to eating versus how we have to make the changes.
Right.
Right.
But it doesn't make you more moral than the next brother.
Right.
Because you happen to eat more vegetables than the next brother. You know.
It can, because we were always under the curses, and ignorantly sinning. Every brother came up in a different generation. Like, hey, I came up with Capri Suns and hot dogs and chips and little hug juices and shit like that. Hey, so we understand that all that shit is bad for us, man. Hot Cheetos, Twinkies, honey buns, Hey, the Northern Kingdom brothers probably ate more corn-based snacks and things like that, chamoy and things. But hey, a lot of that is acidic and bad for our bodies, man.
Hey, like I read in Sirach, the 37th chapter, it said it basically said to try certain things out for yourself to see whether it's evil for you.
Yeah.
And if it's evil for you, don't give your soul to it. You experiment, how your body works. You know how your own body works. So you eat a certain thing and you see how your body reacts to it, you be like, nah, I know how that shit make me feel. I'm not eating that shit, so that shit's no good for me.
Yep.
I know everybody here used to eat them fucking ramen noodles. And you put the whole pack, the seasoned pack in that shit, you make it extra salty. You eat that shit, that's nothing but sodium.
With hot sauce,
and with hot sauce on it. I used to drench that shit in hot sauce. You ate that shit, man, and you thinking that it's satisfying you, but really it's not real food. You're not getting no nutrients out of it.
Your body don't.
But notice your blood pressure start going super high.
Your body
you
don't.
Damn near feel your pulse and shit.
Headaches and shit now. Put hot dogs on it.
Yeah, you chopping hot dogs and shit in there, man.
Your body don't digest them noodles either.
Yeah, it doesn't even break down, man.
We're lost, man.
But you can feel the difference, man. I stopped eating that shit a long ass
And
time.
then what Jake drinking with? Kool-Aid, you know,
Soda pop,
Sprite and shit.
That's terrible, man.
Honey bun.
God.
You don't be eating no bullshit like that, man.
Nah,
My spirit gonna be off.
We're royalty. You know, we're a royal seed, so you gotta eat like a royal person, man.
Hey, and the first thing, because people actually ask me this in my family have asked me, well, it's expensive to eat healthy. Absolutely. But that's why you practice moderation. You don't have to eat as much. You don't have to eat a whole supersized super meal, you know, double cheeseburger with you know, extra fries and shakes, and you don't have to eat the big meal to get all the nutrients you need from good food.
Hey, the thing is too, bro. Jake make a lot of excuses, man. Because you know, a lot of Jake they have like EBT and stuff like that.
Yep.
Hey, well, you can shop at Whole Foods, Trader Joe's with an EBT card, man.
Take it.
But
I got 8 kids. They
Jake rather
need to stop
spend
being greedy.
Jake rather spend their whole monthly
Allotment.
income on it at fucking 7-Eleven, man.
Yep.
You know, getting kids taquitos and
Jackies.
donuts and shit. Yeah, kind.
I heard
Exactly.
too, like my hair and shit. That's what I heard. Yep.
You can go to meat vendors. Like out here, you got a couple of meat places. If you got EBT, you can go buy racks of lamb, man. You can go buy racks of lamb. But what Jake rather do? Buy fucking bologna.
Yep.
You know?
Bacon.
Yeah, bacon and shit, man.
No, it's a killer in the Jake household. The Farmer John breakfast sausage.
Oh yeah,
It's just fucking 72 cents, a pack of 6.
got it.
You know, Jake love them things, man.
Oh, even cereal. They put paint thinner in your cereal, man.
And you wonder why you can't figure the shit out. Because when your brother finishes off the experiment that Daniel took, you'll see the differences. And this is the same thing that we've been able to see by changing up our diet, changing up the way it helps change the way we think. That's one law. Just one law. Okay, the amount we eat, one law. Cutting off the things that we know are bad. Smoking, we drink still, but excess of drinking, we cut that back. Drinking a lot more water and better quality water. These things, and that's funny, what you were telling you, because you were referring to that Romans 14. Where's the place where Paul told him to start with certain things
Like
to
Yeah.
convert over? The Gentile, the Israelite foreigner.
Stay away
it
from
says
blood.
meat and staying the idols.
That's in Acts 15.
Bring that up and then read that Romans 14 and then hold on to that end of Daniel. You won't grab it.
He said, "Ask what again?"
Y'all cheaters with the phones, man. 15 he said. You still holding Romans 14, right?
15 and like I think 39 maybe.
Yeah.
Around there.
Bring that out real quick, then we'll go to Romans, and then we'll go back to Daniel. Because all of these things make sense when you understand. Like our pineal gland gets calcified from all the shit that we put in our body, all these chemicals, which is what we need to be malleable. Is that the word? Like spongy,
Yeah, kind of.
if you will,
Yeah, that's my
for lack of a better word. You know, to have that receptive vibration get into it for the most part. So as long as the shit's calcified, you can do this all day. You ain't gonna get it. But when you start cleaning yourself up, these are the ways to clean yourself up, coming over to righteousness. Okay, you change your diet. You change the way you think. You stop doing certain things. You start doing other things that are righteous, profit, right? Go ahead with that Acts.
It's Acts 15 and 29. It says that you abstain from meat.
Start at 28.
It's Acts 15 and 28. For it seemed good to the Holy Spirit and to us to lay upon you no greater burden than these necessary things.
Yeah, he gave you some basics to start with. I'm not gonna overwhelm you We're giving you everything that you're gonna eventually have to work up to. But we're gonna start you off, get you a nice starting place to start from.
That you abstain from meats offered to idols.
And like you said earlier, this was built up over time to develop these habits. You know, eating the way we eat, believing the way we believe.
Yeah, you're being the oppressor, man.
Yep.
Choosing his ways.
Yep. Been on
Living after his
plantation a
manner
long
of living.
time.
You know, hey, just following the serpent.
There it is. Yep. All the way back. Yep.
Following the serpent, man.
You got it, bro.
Okay. It says, abstain from meats offered to idols, and from blood, and from things strangled, and from fornication, from which, if you keep yourselves, ye shall do well.
Yeah, if you start there, you should begin to clean yourself up. Your countenance will be clear. Your mind, you'll think. But hey, a lot of Jake can't figure things out because they eat things that pollute their minds. Because they're always dealing with an ailment or a headache. They can't think to figure out where the wisdom is at. You think that's not something. If you're always fighting to digest, my stomach is fucked up, man. I'm constipated. Whatever the fuck is going on, how are you supposed to figure out what you should be making for dinner tomorrow? You're just too hungry and too worn out. So you gotta make these subtle changes that over time will become the foundation, if you will, of building other things that you're doing, changing in your life. But you gotta have a starting point. And all of this should be a faith builder, right? You got it, bro.
It says, so when they fare ye well, so when they were dismissed, they came to Antioch, and when they had gathered the
I
multitude.
think that was it.
Yeah,
that was the point. You'll do well if you start at a certain point. Now hit that Romans 14 that we were talking about.
Romans 14 and 1.
So you may have to cut meat off for a couple months, you know, just to get your digestive situation together. You may have to, of course, cutting off the abominable meats. That's
Okay.
day one.
Can I land back off what you're saying with the meats? Hey, you may have to cut off the meats for a time period, hey, in order to lose some of the extra weight that you have that your body is carrying around.
Yep.
That's weakening you, man.
Yep.
You know, because hey, your organs, it can come to a point. For example, if you're not having a lot of sleep, you can get something called enlarged heart, which basically it makes your heart expand, and your body's not able to basically your heart is too big for your body, which means it's too much blood pumping at once, which can cause damage. So you may have to tone something down, you may have to cut something off in order for your body to snap back to its proficient form, man.
Where's that in Sirach? Where it's talking about you can't sleep because you ate too much, if you overeat.
I forget what that's.
You know what I'm talking about,
yeah,
bro.
It is.
It's like toward the end, I think. Maybe. Shit.
I don't have the memory of it in this one,
Yeah.
but I know it when I see the numbers.
I know there's a scripture that talks about
I got it.
eating too late.
Yeah.
That's all in there.
And you have trouble waking up in the morning.
That's all of that. Yeah, that's
There's
all.
Sirach 31 and 20.
31.
Sound sleep cometh of moderate eating.
Moderate. You just need enough to refuel you. That you're burning off all the excess. You're not, because when your body knows that it's getting food, it'll just, especially nourishment, it'll burn it off. But when it knows it's not getting nourishment, it has to slow down and break down all that food. You have to keep eating. Like we use what's that shit with the crackers? Fucking the kids eat the fucking hors d'oeuvre shit. The little,
Cheese and crackers?
Cheese and crackers with the little
Lunchables.
meat. Lunchables. So to get your nutrition out of a Lunchable, you gotta eat like 3 of them motherfuckers, right? But what else is in there that you're eating that your body's holding on to? It shouldn't have to get that much nutrients from that much food. You can get that from different food. Get all that nutrients from different foods. Okay? And less of it is the point. So when you're getting enough nutrients from less foods, you don't have to eat as much. You don't have that, oh, I'm so full, trying to get your body to the full nutrient level that it needs to survive. That a daily value 2,000 calories, that's some bullshit. That's at the line of starvation. That's why nobody eats at that. You know? You know, if you eat less than that, you're gonna be in starvation mode. And your body stores up food